Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the Tertiary Business Science Challenge Southeast Zone, the last of the preliminary round contest. This one is between the Ghana Communication Technology University and the Valley View University. One of these two schools will join the University of Ghana, Pentecost University, Wisconsin International University College, and the Accra Technical University, as well as Heritage Christian University at the semi-final. Who will it be? Will it be the school from OEB, or will it be the one from, where is GCT located? Maybe Accra, main Accra. Yes, but of course, it is going to be cagey, it's going to be interesting. I want to special to state and explain. You haven't explained. I want you to explain the points that you have mentioned. Join me as we want to experience some academic violence this afternoon. Team Gamma, 8 members with individual coding speed of 11 tasks per day, operate at 80% efficiency. Determine how many days each team will take to complete the project. Back if you should lose this one. A place at the semi-final is what is at stake. You are tempted to speak. Bonus for Central University. On that note, we come to the end of round 4A, ladies and gentlemen. Next set of question, University of Education, Winneba. The 2024 edition of the Tertiary Business Science Challenge has finally come to an end. How do you assess your own performance? My name is Al Hassan Yusuf Trauli, and I welcome you all to join in this violence. Audience is ready. Studio audience, I must say, are gingered up. Last quarterfinal contest for day one is upon us. To Mudaraba and Musharaka in Islamic finance. I asked you to state and explain. You haven't explained. I want you to explain the points that you have mentioned. Join me as we want to experience some academic violence this afternoon. So it is now time to do battle. I'll urge my contestants from the Valley View University to take their seat upstage. They are led here by Madam Ama Oforiwa Kakari. Contestants from Valley View University, please take your seat to my right. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Speaking to the microphone. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Philip Afari Williams. I'm reading BBA Accounting Level 400.
I'm in the person of Yeboah Bright Pepra, Beard Accounting Level 300.
I'm Victoria Tufo Boateng, BBA Accounting Level 300.
A solid mix of brilliant minds. What should we expect from you?
Hello. Nothing but the best.
How has the preparation been like?
Intense, and we hope to do our best.
I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, competing against Valley View University is the Ghana Communication Technology University. They are led here by a former contestant, David Lamte Jr. Contestants from GCTU, please take your seat to my left. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
I'm Efia Osua Osu, BSc Accounting Level 400.
I'm Nyalete Gloria, BSc Management, Level 400.
Ofori Sinodro, BSc Accounting with Computing, level 300.
All right. So, how has the preparation been like?
So it has been going on well. It hasn't been easy, but we think we are prepared.
What should we expect from you?
The best performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, best performance from my right, best performance from my left. I don't need a best performance. I need a hot one. I need a very violent performance from both schools because I love academic violence. Let's begin the contest. The contest is going to be organized in 6 rounds. Round 1 is theory. Round 2, calculations. Round 3 is our business case of the day. Round 4 is a graphic business segment. Round 5, true or false segment. The 6th and final round will be riddles. Please, are we ready? GCT, are you ready? Valley View University, are you ready? Studio audience, are you ready? David Lamptey tries to buy a life insurance policy on a celebrity he admires, but does not know personally. The insurance company, Glycolife, declines the request, stating that David will not suffer a financial loss if the celebrity dies. What insurance principle is the insurer enforcing? David Lamptey tries to buy a life insurance policy on a celebrity he admires, but does not know personally. Glycolife declines the request, stating that David will not suffer a financial loss if the celebrity dies. Which insurance principle is the insurer enforcing? Even bailed out. Bonus for Valley View University.
So the answer is insurable interest.
Yes, that is correct. Now your major question, Valley View University. A businessman, are you ready, Valley View? A businessman, Mr. Ayete, insures his warehouse against fire with 2 different insurance companies. After a fire incident, he claims a financial loss from both companies. The insurers agree to share the loss proportionally, which principle allows insurers to share liability when multiple policies cover the same risk. A businessman, James Ayete, insures his warehouse against fire with 2 different insurance companies. After a fire incident, he claims a full loss from both companies. The insurers prices at supermarkets and fuel stations. The national economy has shown 0 GDP growth for 2 consecutive quarters, and unemployment has reached a 10-year high. What is the unusual combination of inflation percent this year, even though prices are still increasing? What term describes this slowing in the rate of inflation? The inflation is not correct. You have one other chance. You've been bailed out. Bonus for Valley View.
So we have the McClellan theory of needs.
Yes, that is correct. The McClellan theory of needs is correct. Now your own question, Valley View University. An employee is reluctant to take on optional training course because he doubts if it will lead to a promotion. He also believes that even if he completes the course successfully, his efforts won't be recognized. Which theory links a luxury wellness retreat target professionals who value mindfulness, self-care, and spiritual enrichment. The consumers share common attitudes and lifestyle choices, not necessarily income levels. What type of... A clothing retailer releases a summer collection in Australia while promoting winter jackets in Canada during the same month. Their marketing and inventory decisions are based on regional climate. Which type of segmentation considers customer location and physical environment? A clothing retailer releases a summer collection in Australia while promoting winter jackets in Canada during the same month? Their marketing and inventory decisions are based on regional climate. Which type of segmentation considers customers' location and physical environment?
Geographic segmentation.
Yes, that is correct. And now our last set of questions for this round. Last set of questions, still with you, Valley View University. A logistics company studies the delivery practices of a global leader in express shipping to improve its own last mile delivery times and customer service. What process improvement techniques involves learning from best practices of competitors or industry leaders? A logistic company studies the delivery practices of a global leader in express shipping to improve its own last mile delivery times and customer service. What process improvement technique involves learning from best practices of competitors or industry leaders?
Benchmarking.
That is correct. And now for the last question of this round, GCTU, an electronics company, CompuGhana, retrains all its employees from top management to technicians in quality standards. It promotes a culture where everyone is responsible for quality and customer satisfaction. What comprehensive management approach emphasizes company-wide quality responsibility? CompuGhana trains all its employees from top management to technicians in quality standards. It promotes a culture where everyone is responsible for quality and customer satisfaction. What comprehensive management approach emphasizes company-wide quality responsibility? Even bailed out. Bonus for Valley View University.
So we have the answer to be total quality management.
Yes, total quality management. On that note, we come to the end of round one, ladies and gentlemen. Please show some love to them. It's not easy being on the hot seat. So round one, how did it go for you, GCTU?
So it went bad. It was very bad.
It was very bad, eh? What went wrong?
I think what went wrong is knowing the answer but not seeing it on time and refraining, thinking it might be wrong. Something.
Okay, there's a timer right in front of you. You want to pay attention to that. Valley View University, how did the first round go for you?
Not so much up to expectation, but hoping to do our best.
Don't, you can stay away from the mic. Don't hold, yes. Yeah, so go ahead.
So our heads is still happening. I'm hoping for the best.
So what I'm saying is that don't hold the mic and speak to it. Let it be, yes. So don't be so close to the mic. You can be a bit away from the mic. Yes, so you can speak.
Our heads are still happening. We are hoping for the best.
All right, I wish you the very best in the remaining rounds. So, ladies and gentlemen, the scores at the end of round one. At the end of round one, Ghana Communication Technology University had 3 points. Valley View University had 19 points. It is early days yet, but Valley View has taken a very commanding lead. We have 5 more rounds to go. 5 more rounds to go. Yes. So, yes, there's still opportunity for you to come up. Okay, GCTU. All right, round 2. This time we are beginning with Valley View University. This round will involve calculations. You are free to use your calculators. For your major question, you have 30 seconds within which to give me an answer. For a bonus, you have just 5 seconds. 2 attempts only at a major question, 1 attempt at a bonus question. 3 points if you get your major question correct. If it's a bonus, you have 1 point. 5 major attempts only. Each of you have the opportunity to attempt 5 major questions. Please, we are beginning with Valley View University. Are you ready? All right, so let's begin. CompuGhana purchases IT equipment for 10,000 cedis. Operating and maintenance cost total 2,000 cedis annually. Insurance is 500 cedis per year. And disposal costs are 300 cedis after 3 years. Calculate the 3-year total cost of ownership. CompuGhana purchases IT equipment for 10,000 cedis. Operating and maintenance costs total 2,000 cedis annually. Insurance is 500 cedis per year. And disposal costs are 300 cedis after 3 years. Calculate the 3-year total cost of ownership.
So you have the answer to be 17,800.
Yes. GCTU, your major question. Piva Beverages purchases a delivery van for 25,000 cedis. Fuel and maintenance costs are 4,000 cedis annually. Insurance is 1,200 cedis per year. After 5 years, the van is sold for 5,000 cedis. Calculate the 5-year total cost of ownership. Piva Beverages purchases a delivery van for 25,000 cedis. Fuel and maintenance costs are 4,000 cedis annually. Insurance is 1,200 cedis per year. After 5 years, the van is sold for 5,000 cedis. Calculate the 5-year total cost of ownership.
The total cost of ownership is 56,000.
That is not correct. You have one other chance.
$46,000.
Yes, that is correct. You saw the difference in the questions. So you pay attention. You don't assume. Your major question, Valley View University. Valley View University, your major question. Glycolife is facing a legal case. Legal counsel believes there is a 60% chance of losing the case, with an estimated liability of 800,000 cedis. If the company loses, it will receive a court-ordered reimbursement of 200,000 cedis from its insurer. Calculate the provision to be recognized. Glycolife is facing a legal case. Legal counsel believes there is a 60% chance of losing the case, with an estimated liability of 800,000 cedis. If the company loses, it will receive a court-ordered reimbursement of 200,000 cedis from its insurer. Calculate the provision to be recognized.
$600,000.
That is not correct. You have one other chance.
680,000.
It is also not correct. You've exhausted your chances. Bonus is available to GCTU.
660,000.
That is not correct. So I'll give the answer later. It is not correct. It's not 660,000. Your major question, GCTU. A company is involved in a lawsuit with a 70% chance of losing. If the case is lost, the liability will be 1 million cedis. The company has legal cover from an insurer, which will reimburse 250,000 cedis if the loss occurs. Calculate the provision to be recognized. A company is involved in a lawsuit with a 70% chance of losing. If the case is lost, the liability will be 1 million cedis. The company has legal cover from an insurer, which will reimburse 250,000 cedis if the loss occurs. Calculate the provision to be recognized. It is 525,000. So the expected liability is 70% times 1 million. That should give you 600,000. But they are also expecting a reimbursement of 250,000. They have only 70% chance of receiving that 250,000. So you find 70% of that 250,000 as well before you subtract it. So that should give you 525,000. Similar approach is applicable to the earlier question, which should have been 360,000, not 660,000. Next set of questions, still beginning with you, Valley View University. Valley View. A company estimates an annual demand of 10,000 units, ordering cost of 50 cedis per order, and holding cost of 2 cedis per unit per year. Calculate the economic order quantity. A company estimates an annual demand of 10,000 units, ordering cost of 50 cedis per order, and holding cost of 2 cedis per unit per year. Calculate the economic order quantity.
Okay, so we have the answer to be 707.11 units.
Yes, that is correct. GCTU. A company has an annual demand of 8,000 units for a particular item. The ordering cost per order is 80 cedis, and the holding cost per unit per year is 4 cedis. Calculate the economic order quantity. A company has an annual demand of 8,000 units for a particular item. The ordering cost per order is 80 cedis, and the holding cost per unit per year is 4 cedis. Calculate the economic order quantity.
565.69.
Yes, that is correct. Next set of questions, we are beginning with GCTU. GCTU, please pay attention. All right. A customer experience manager is evaluating the average number of daily complaints to decide whether to hire an additional agent. The historical data shows the following probability distribution for complaints received per day. No complaint is 60%. 1 complaint is 30%. 2 complaints, 8%. 3 complaints is 2%. Calculate the expected number of complaints per day. I'll take it again. A customer experience manager is evaluating the average number of daily complaints to decide whether to hire an additional agent. The historical data shows the probability distribution for complaints received per day. No complaint is 60%. 1 complaint is 30%. 2 complaints, 8%, and 3 complaints is 2%. Calculate the expected number of complaints per day.
$0.173.
It is not 0.17.
1.12.
That is also not correct. You've exhausted your 2 chances. Bonus is available to Valley View University.
We have the answer to be 2.5.
It is not 2.5. It is not 2. It's actually 0.52. Your major question, Valley View University. A logistics manager is assessing packaging efficiency by tracking the number of damaged parcels per day in a warehouse. Based on past record, the distribution is as follows. 0 damages is 50%. 1 damage is 35%. 2 damages 10%. And 3 damages 5%. Calculate the expected number of damaged parcels per day. A logistics manager is assessing packaging efficiency by tracking the number of damaged parcels per day in a warehouse. Based on past record, the distribution is as follows. 0 damages is 50%, 1 damage is 35%, 2 damages 10%, 3 damages 5%. Calculate the expected number of damages of parcels per day.
$1.05.
It is not correct. You have one other chance. You've been bailed out. Bonus for GCT.
0.7.
Yes. So please speak into the microphone, okay? We are picking the feed, so you speak into the microphone. So the answer is 0.75, and that's what they said. So our last set of questions, still beginning with GCTU. Last set of questions for this round. An entity pays 60,000 cedis in rent to a resident landlord, that's an individual. Calculate the withholding tax and indicate if it is final or not. An entity pays 60,000 cedis in rent to a resident individual landlord. Calculate the withholding tax and indicate if it is final.
48,000. 4,800, and it's not final because it's more than 2,000.
You have one last chance. Is that your final answer?
4,800, and it's final.
I should give her one, eh? No, I'll give her all the 3 points. Yes. So it is 4,800 final, and that is the correct answer. Valley View University. A Ghanaian company imports goods worth 300,000 cedis from a non-resident supplier. Calculate the withholding tax and determine its finality. A Ghanaian company imports goods worth 300,000 cedis from a non-resident supplier. Calculate the withholding tax and determine its finality.
Okay, so we have the answer to be 15,000, and it is final.
Yes, that is correct. On that note, we come to the end of round 2. Please give it up to them. So we are done with 2 rounds. We have 4 more rounds to go. The program is still brought to us by Graphic Business, who is leading the business conversation and policy in Ghana. We say a big thank you to Graphic Business for bringing the Tertiary Business Science Challenge to life year after year from 2019. To ICAG, we are building ethical, future-ready professionals for Ghana and beyond. We say Ayuko to you. Remember that the program is powered by MTN, Ghana's #1 network. We are driving digital transformation and academic impact. PwC is bringing global insight and local excellence to the Tertiary Business Science Challenge. For Girl Ghana, they are trusted by millions, and now they are fueling the dream of the youth, including all of us here. Big ups to Piva Beverages. Every sip, a boost for our contestants on a big stage. They are supporting us here. Glyco Life are here for your family. They are here for your future, and they are here for the future of Ghana's professionals who are gathered here and who are watching us from everywhere. For Compu Ghana, they are empowering students and institutions with cutting-edge technology solutions. Thank you so much, Compu Ghana. And of course, GCB Bank. They are making banking and business sense for generations. Thank you for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 2, the scores. At the end of round 2, Valley View University had 9 points. GCTU had 10 points. We have 4 more rounds to go. The next round is a business case of the day. The 2 schools have been presented with a common problem. They are supposed to work as a team and come up with one solution. This solution will be compared with what we have and marks awarded out of 10. They will have 10 minutes within which to present their solution for 10 marks. If you are ready, please pick up your problem and let's go through together. You do not start work until you are told to do so. Are we ready? Let's read it together. Amma is a supervisor at Bright Path Microfinance. Her team of 6 staff members has been underperforming. Some employees come to work late, appear disengaged during meetings, and are reluctant to take on new tasks. When Amma speaks to them, they say they feel unappreciated and uncertain about their future at the company. In response, Amma begins to 1. Recognize top performance weekly. 2. Give staff opportunity to contribute ideas during meetings. And 3. Create personal growth plans for each team member. Now the requirements. Using both Maslow's hierarchy of needs and McClelland's theory of needs, explain 1. Why the team members may have been demotivated. 2. How Amma's actions could improve their motivation based on each theory. And 3. Suggest one additional action Amma could take that aligns with both theories to strengthen long-term motivation. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our business case of the day. They have 10 minutes to present their solution. You may start work now. The two schools were given a common problem, a business problem focusing on two main theories of motivation: Maslow's hierarchy of needs, as well as McClelland's theory of needs. So these are related theories that relates to how people are motivated in an organization setting. We gave a scenario, and they were supposed to examine why, based on the theories that they believe the staff were demotivated, how the actions of the supervisor, that is Amma, could improve the motivation based on each theory, and suggest one additional action Amma could take that aligns with both theories to strengthen the long-term motivation. So let's look at the first one, why we believe that the team members were demotivated. What we need to know is that the question requested for something that is specific. Use both theories to explain, one, why they are demotivated, how the actions could motivate them, and an additional action that could be taken to ensure that they stay motivated over the long term. So what were we expecting? Now we know that the Maslow's hierarchy of needs indicates that individuals are motivated based on a 5-level hierarchy. So usually once you have your basic needs, it is expected that you strive for higher order needs and up to the highest level, which is a self-actualization. So the team had met their basic needs, which include the salary, that is the physiological as well as their security needs. But they felt that higher order needs like esteem and then recognition or even self-actualization were not met. And that is a reason why they were demotivated. That's under the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Under McClelland, there are 3 main dominant needs. We have the need for achievement, affiliation, as well as for power. So here, they were demotivated because perhaps they lacked the alignment with these inner needs which they felt was not there. For achievement, they were not challenged or recognized enough. In terms of power, they were left out of the decision-making process. And then in terms of affiliation, they were left out of the decision-making process. In terms of power, there was no opportunity to influence whatever decisions that management was taking. And that could have accounted for their demotivation. If you're able to state these, you get 2 marks for the hierarchy, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and then 2 marks for the theory of needs by McClelland. Now, how Ahmed's action improved motivation? We'll need to also look at it from Maslow's point of view, as well as from McClelland's point of view. Now, once you recognize or the recognition awards that were instituted, it will meet their esteem needs, to make the workers to feel valued. The fact that they also have the opportunity to share ideas, it also satisfies their belongingness and self-actualization needs. The growth plans that have been instituted also meant that it supported their self-actualization. If you're able to state these or something similar, you have 2 marks. For McClelland, the recognition awards that were instituted meant that their need for achievement has been fulfilled. Then in terms of involving them in the decision-making process, then their affiliation and somehow the power need had been fulfilled to some extent. And that is why they will be motivated by these actions. The additional action that may be taken, they could assign team members to lead small projects, to mentor others, and once you do this, you satisfy Maslow's esteem and self-actualization needs. You also meet McClelland's need for achievement and power. But of course, it's not limited to these. You may suggest something further. So that should also give you another 2 marks, and that should be 10 marks. Now let's look at what our people did, beginning with Valley View University. They started by speaking to the Maslow hierarchy of needs, as well as the McClelland's hierarchy theory of needs. They explained what they mean, and then they indicated why they felt the individuals felt unappreciated. They said they feel unappreciated, which is low self-esteem under Abraham Maslow's theory of needs. They feel no uncertainty, that is no self-actualization in the organization. But they did not really talk about... Okay, so the McClelland is what they use first. The McClelland theory of the team is demotivated because they feel no belongingness, which is their social needs under... and McClellan, it is affiliation. That's fine. For the second part was because AMA has recognized their performance, they see the need of achievement and self-esteem. Opportunities also show self-esteem and power. I'm not seeing where you try to distinguish between the Maslow's hierarchy of needs as well as the McClellan's. I needed that to come out clear, which is not. So instead of 4 points here, I'll give you 3. The last part of it was on the suggestion. And then they said she can delegate powers or authority to them. That's power under McClellan theory of needs, and under Abraham Maslow's theory of needs, it will help them attain self-fulfillment, actualization of their needs, etc. For your effort, I'll give you 9 out of 10. GCTU, they also started by explaining what the 2 main theories meant. They explained the Maslow hierarchy of needs. It shows human needs in a hierarchical order, each level showing what humans will focus on or need at that certain point. And they also explained the McClellan theory. And they decided to add a diagram. That's fine. So the reason why the team is demotivated, they explained that the reason the team is demotivated is because they don't feel a sense of belongingness under Abraham Maslow. They also feel demotivated because they didn't see improvement in their skills and future according to the self-actualization part, Abraham Maslow. And then they also explain what it applies to in the McClellan, which is acceptable. When we come to the second part of the question, recognizing top performers will increase their self-esteem and belongingness, that is in Maslow. And then in McClellan, they also explained under power and achievement, giving staff opportunities to contribute during meetings will increase their social need and sense of belongingness, and then affiliation as well as belongingness in Maslow and the McClellan. Then they came to make a recommendation. AMA can give staff members incentive as indicated with Abraham Maslow's theory to motivate them to work effectively. Also, it appears in the achievement part where the staff will feel their efforts are yielding some with the incentives, etc., etc. I'll accept that. For their effort, they get 10 out of 10. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 3, Valley View University had 9 out of 10. GCT had 10 out of 10. Are we effecting substitutions or we can continue? All right. So the teams who want to effect substitutions, you may go ahead. All right. So 2 ladies out, 2 ladies in. Introduce yourselves. One is praying. You pray. Oh, you've prayed already. All right. Please introduce yourself.
It's Eje.
Speak into the microphone.
My name is Peace Eje.
Okay. All right. And who do we have from Valley View?
I'm Watson Elvis.
Okay.
Watson Elvis.
All right.
BBA accounting.
You're welcome, sir and madam. We are going into round 4. This is the graphic business segment. In this round, I'm going to ask you questions from some stories that appeared in the graphic business newspaper, your most authoritative business newspaper. For the purpose of this contest, I want to believe you know the editions that we are looking at. The 20th, 27th May, as well as the 3rd June editions of the graphic business newspaper. Each of you have the opportunity of answering 5 major questions. For your major question, you have 10 seconds to give me an answer for 3 points. If it's a bonus, you have 5 seconds to give an answer for 1 point. 2 attempts only at a major question, 1 attempt at a bonus, unless otherwise indicated. Please, are you ready? GCTU. Are you ready? Valley View, are you ready? All right, so we are beginning this round from the Ghana Communication Technology University, GCTU. All right, according to the latest annual non-traditional export statistics reports by the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, despite a 4.95% decline, Burkina Faso remained Ghana's largest ECOWAS export destination. What is the key factor driving this trend? According to the latest annual non-traditional export Valley View University.
Because of the African trade liberalization scheme.
That led to this decline.
So, because of the enhancement of the global
bonuses available to GCTU.
It's because of the tight cross-border policies.
No, for a bonus, I won't accept that. It's due to higher production and logistics costs in Ghana's manufacturing sector. That is what led to a decline in the production. Next set of questions, still beginning with you, GCTU. Now, government would have to provide an amount of money to support Ghana's energy transition agenda by 2070. What percentage of the total amount needed to achieve the target? No, let me take it again. Government will have to provide an amount of money to support Ghana's energy transition agenda by 2070. What percentage of the total amount needed to achieve the target is government providing? Do you get the question? So there are a number of stakeholders who are supposed to contribute money to assist government in its energy transition agenda by 2070. What percentage of that total amount is being contributed by government?
72%.
No, it is not correct. You have one other chance.
94.47%.
I won't take that as an answer. Bonuses available to Valley View.
So we have 5.69%.
Yes. Now your major question, and run the same preamble. Private financiers and beneficiaries will have to provide an amount of money to support the government's energy transition agenda by 2070. What percentage of the total amount is being provided by private financiers and beneficiaries? What amount of the total, or what percentage of the total amount has been provided by private financiers and beneficiaries?
So we have the answer to be 16.21%.
Yes. Next set of questions, still beginning with you, GCTU. The Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, of the Bank of Ghana is set to make a crucial decision on Ghana's benchmark interest rate at its 124th meeting. As the economic landscape continues to evolve, the MPC may signal a potential gradual rate reduction by the third quarter of 2025, contingent on some factors. What are these three factors that are mentioned in the article? The MPC of the Bank of Ghana is set to make a crucial decision on the country's benchmark interest rate at its 124th meeting. As the economic landscape continues to evolve, the MPC may signal a potential gradual rate reduction by the third quarter of 2025, contingent on some factors. Mention these three factors. You've been bailed out. Bonus for Valley View University.
We have the exchange rate stability, fiscal, disciplined fiscal management, and stricter monetary policy.
Please mention your point again.
So we have stricter monetary policy, disciplined fiscal management, as well as the tighter reserve accumulation.
For a bonus, I will accept that. So there are three, they mentioned two, but for a bonus, I won't give half more. Sure. All right, your major question, Valley View University. A rate cut in quarter 3 of 2025 could provide a much needed boost to the economy, but it hinges on the Bank of Ghana's ability to maintain a delicate balance between growth and inflation control. However, potential upside risks could postpone any easing. Mention the 3 risks that are captured in the article. A rate cut in quarter 3 of 2025 could provide a much needed boost to the economy, but it hinges on the Bank of Ghana's ability to maintain a delicate balance between growth and inflation control. However, potential upside risk could postpone any easing. Mention the 3 risks that are captured in the article.
So we have fiscal management by the Bank of Government. We also have the tighter monetary policy by the Finance Ministry, as well as the oil prices.
Is that your final? Okay, you've been bailed out. So I'll give you 1 out of 3. So the prices of fuel, that is what you got wrong. But the key risks that are that's what you got correct. The risks that I mentioned, the rising fuel prices, depreciation of the CD, as well as trade tensions. They are the ones that I mentioned. So we have 2 more Valley View University. Valley View University, we are beginning this round. Common preamble to the 2 schools. Common preamble. GCTU, please take note as well. Now, Ghana is poised for a significant drop in its inflation rate over the next 2 years, according to a report by UK-based research firm Fitch Solutions. Did you get a preamble? Did you get it? All right. Now your major question, Valley View University. According to the report, what is the projected average inflation rate for 2026? According to the Fitch report, what is the projected average inflation rate for Ghana for 2026?
So we have 15%.
I need exact.
15.9%.
Do you have a bonus for me? Yes, go ahead. Speak into the microphone.
15.2%.
I'll accept that. So it is 15.2%. Okay. Now your major question. According to the same report, what is the projected average inflation for 2025? What is the projected average inflation rate for 2025?
18.8%.
Yes, that is correct. We are going to take our last set of questions for this round. A preamble. No, not a preamble. Let's begin with you, Valley View University. According to the Ghana Export Promotion Authority annual non-traditional exports report, which export product in the agriculture subsector grew by 53.08% in 2024. According to the GEPA NTE statistics report, which export products in the agri subsector grew by 53.08% in 2024. Please.
We have shea butter.
That is not correct. You have one other chance.
We have cocoa.
No form of communication is permissible.
We have soya.
It is not correct. You've exhausted your chances. Bonus available to GCTU.
I think it was
Yam.
It is not yam. That is not correct. It is fish meal. Now your major question, GCTU. GCTU. According to the same report, which export product in the agri subsector grew by 12.14% in 2024? Which export products in the agri subsector grew by 12.14% in 2024?
Yeah.
Yes. Please, no form of communication is permitted between the audience and the students. No form of communication is allowed. Okay? On that note, we come to the end of round 4. We have 2 more rounds to go, the true or false segment as well as the riddle segment. 2 more rounds to go. So we wait to see how the round 4 went, and then we can see who is making the headway into the final round, or as we enter the final round. We are reminded that the program is brought to us by Graphic Business in partnership with the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. Our media partners are Daily Graphic Online, and TV3. The program is streaming live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Daily Graphic Ghana. Our sponsors include ICAG, MTN Ghana, PwC Gold Ghana, Piva Beverages, Glyco Life, Compi Ghana, as well as GCB Bank. At the end of round 4, the scores. Valley View University had 4 points. GCTU had 7 points. Next set of questions are the true or false. So for this round, I'm going to read out some statement to you, please. So your duty is to tell me if the statement is true or false. If you get it correct, you have 2 points. 2 points. If you get it wrong, you suffer a penalty of -1. You have 10 seconds within which to give me an answer. All right. So we'll look at the results for round 4 again. I believe there is a bit of issue with it, so that will come later. But as I was saying, you have 10 seconds within which to give me an answer. You may decide not to answer the question, in which case the other school may take it up under the same condition. Please, are we ready? So, we are beginning this round from... Where did I even start the last round from? Yeah, so we'll start with GCTU. Hey. I'm ready. Where did I start the round 4 from? You started with you. Okay, then I'm starting this round with you. GCTU. All right, so before then, there's the corrected scores for round 4. Valley View actually had 5 points, not 4. And GCTU had 7 points. So we are going to the true or false segment, beginning with you, GCTU. 1. The Court of Appeal in Ghana consists of a panel of justices who hear and decide cases collectively. The Court of Appeal in Ghana consists of a panel of justices who hear and decide cases collectively. True or false? It is true. I would appreciate it if you be bold and then speak into the microphone, okay? Valley View University. Valley View. In the Supreme Court, constitutional interpretation cases require a minimum panel of 7 justices. In the Supreme Court, constitutional interpretation cases require a minimum panel of 7 justices. True or false?
It's a false statement.
It is not a false statement. GCTU. GCTU. Nonverbal cues such as posture, tone, and eye contact are important components of assertive communication. Nonverbal cues such as posture, tone, and eye contact are important components of assertive communication.
True.
It is true. Valley View University. In assertive communication, using you statements is preferred over I statement to emphasize the other person's behavior. In assertive communication, using you statements is preferred over I statements to emphasize the other person's behavior.
False.
Yes, it is false. GCTU. Cost units are the products, services, or activities for which costs are measured or assigned. Cost units are the products, services, or activities for which costs are measured or assigned.
True.
It is true. Valley View University. Cost units must be homogeneous and identical to facilitate cost allocation and measurement. Cost units must be homogeneous and identical to facilitate cost allocation and measurement.
It's a true statement.
Yes, it's a true statement. For our next set of questions, I'm beginning with you, Valley View University. An increase in customer prepayment will increase cash flow, but not current period revenue. An increase in customer prepayment will increase cash flow, but not current period revenue.
It's a true statement.
Yes, it's a true statement. GCTU. An increase in account receivables may indicate higher revenue and higher cash inflows. An increase in accounts receivable may indicate higher revenue and higher cash inflows.
It's a false statement.
Yes, it's a false statement. And now for our last set of statements for this round. Valley View University. Just-in-time system eliminates the need for safety stock in all types of production environments. Just-in-time statements eliminate the need for safety stock in all types of production environments.
It's a true statement.
No. GCTU. One disadvantage of just-in-time is that it increases a firm's exposure to supply chain disruptions. One disadvantage of just-in-time is that it increases a firm's exposure to supply chain disruptions.
False.
It is not false. It is not false. How can this be false? On that note, we come to the end of round 5. How could that be false? Just in time. On that note, the answer arrived just in time. We'll wait for the scores for round 5. But we are going into the final round. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love to them on stage. It is getting tensious. Observers are worried. Yes. Going into the final round. Before then, How is it going for you, Valley View University?
We have still not met our expectation, and we are aiming to do more.
Have you met your expectations, GCTU?
No, a big no.
All right, so we are going into the final round. What should we expect from you, GCTU? Final round.
Let's hope for the best.
We are hoping for the best. What should we expect from you, Valley View University?
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. The scores for round 5. All right. At the end of round 5, Valley View University had 4 points, GCTU had 7 points. All right. Are we ready for the final round? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the final round. Okay. So, all right, so maybe we'll just do a very quick commercial break, and then we will come back to do the round 5, round 6. A very quick commercial break, and then we'll come back. Audience is ready. Studio audience, I must say, are gingered up. Last quarterfinal contest for day 1 is upon us. To Mudaraba and Musharaka in Islamic finance. I asked you to state and explain. You haven't explained. I want you to explain the points that you have mentioned. Join me as we want to experience some academic violence this afternoon. Team Gamma, 8 members with individual coding speed of 11 tasks per day, operate at 80% efficiency. Determine how many days each team will take to complete the project. Back if you should lose this one. A place at the semi-final is what is at stake. You are tempted to speak. Bonus for Central University. On that note, we come to the end of round 4A, ladies and gentlemen. Next set of question, University of Education winning. And I love academic violence.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Improve the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes. My name is Al Hassan Yusuf Traore, and I love academic violence.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Improve the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Ceremony of the giant trophy which signifies that UGBS are our 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome back from the commercial break. We have one final round to go. It is still anybody's game. The winner will be decided this round. It is full of tension. It is full of violence. Academic violence, ladies and gentlemen. In this round, there will be 4 riddles in all. The riddles are open to both schools. You need to indicate your readiness to answer the riddle by ringing a bell. Let me hear the bell from Valley View. GCTU. When you ring your bell, you have 10 seconds within which to give me an answer. If you get it wrong, you can no longer partake in that particular riddle. If there are further clues, I'll read them to the hearing of the remaining school. If you get it correct on the first clue, you have 5 points. Second clue, 4 points. Answering correctly on any other clue is 3 points. Please, if you are ready, we begin round 6, the final round. Riddle number 1. I am one of the major forms of communication in organizations. I am important for ensuring that everyone in the organization is on the same page and that everyone is aware of the company's goals and objectives. I also help to ensure that everyone is safe. I offer numerous benefits, including improved efficiency, enhanced delegation capabilities, and increased organizational discipline. However, I can lead to difficulties in interpretation, distortion of the message, slow feedback, and a decrease in morale among employees. 4. Companies use me to inform employees. Valley View University.
Vertical communication.
No. So I go on. Companies use me to inform employees about organizational changes, new policies, strategic goals, and to provide feedback or performance evaluations. I refer to the transmission of information from higher levels of management to lower levels of management. Who am I? You don't speak directly into the microphone. It distorts whatever is coming out. Riddle number 2. I am a concept in taxation that relates to income. I am indeed an amalgamation of 3 income sources. 2. I ensure that taxpayers are taxed fairly based on their actual ability to pay, while preventing double taxation and overtaxation by excluding exempt income. 3. In Ghana, I am provided for in Section 2 of the Income Tax Act, Act 896, and Regulation 1 of the Income Tax Regulations, LI 2244. 3. My computation is set out in the first schedule of LI 2244. 5. I am the total of the accessible income of that person for the year from each employment, business, or investment, less the total amount GCTU.
Taxable income.
What?
Taxable income.
It is not taxable income. You also rang your bell.
Chargeable income.
Chargeable income is correct. Chargeable income is the correct answer I was looking for. Riddle number 3. Riddle, they answered on the last clue 3 points. Riddle number 3. I am a concept in international trade and economics. Viewed alone, I am not sufficient to gauge the health of an economy. It is important to consider me with respect to other economic indicators, business cycles, and other indicators. I'm important because I affect exchange rates, influence GDP, signal economic strength or weakness. I'm the largest component of the country's balance of payments. University.
Net.
University.
Net. Net export.
That is not correct. You have the opportunity.
Balance of payment.
It is not balance of payment. You almost got it. It is actually balance of trade. Balance of trade. I mentioned that it is the largest component of balance of payment. So why are you mentioning balance of payment again? Last riddle for this round, ladies and gentlemen. The last question for the contest. I am a widespread force. I involve utilizing targeted digital campaigns, personalized communication, and active social media engagement with a focus on addressing personal needs and interests to effectively drive sales. I am often more focused on generating an emotional response among the target audience as opposed to simply demonstrating value. I refer, that's the last clue, I refer to the approach businesses take to directly sell products and services to consumers. GCTU.
Digital marketing.
No. Valley View. What?
M-commerce.
It is not M-commerce. Anybody in the audience? It is known as B2C marketing or business to consumer marketing. Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we come to the end of the contest. It has been a very interesting one. One full of tension, accusations and counter-accusations. But at the end of it all, it has come to an end. The scores for round 6. All right, so we go to the scores for round 5. There's a slight change in the scores for round 5. So let's do that quickly before we come to the scores for round 6. All right, so once we wait for the scores, we are reminded that the program is the Tertiary Business Science Challenge. This is the 7th version. We have gone through 3 zones. This is the final zone. We started with the northern zone. That was won by the SD Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies. We came down to the middle zone, won by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And then to the southwest zone, won by the University of Education, Winneba. Now we are at the finals zone. Who wins this zone? Ladies and gentlemen, we are very far from deciding. After this round of questioning, the next stage is the semi-final for this zone, before we know who will qualify to represent the zone at the final level. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for round 6. Three points apiece. Please show some love. So it comes down to a final computation. I don't know whether there are going to be any changes to the round 5 scores, but it comes down to the final computation. How will you assess the contest overall before we mention the final results? GCTU.
So we didn't really perform well to our expectations, at least. But we hope if we are able to progress to the next stages, we'll go back and prepare and come back strong. But we didn't do well.
What about you? How do you assess your performance overall? Valley View.
Okay, so I would say this performance is full of emotional roller coaster, but we are
Full of emotional what?
roller coaster.
Hey, ready?
So we are praying we'll go back and look at the areas that necessary corrections deemed fit, so we'll come back stronger.
Definitely, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to show some love to them. Overall, we had 8 very brilliant minds on stage. Interesting to note that this is the first time any of them is coming on this stage. And it's not easy to be on this stage. So please. The emotional roller coaster and all of that hasn't been easy for them. And please bear with them. I'm sure they'll do better if they progress to the next stage. Now, do we have the final results for round 5? Round 5, do we have the scores? Overall scores. So there's no change to round 5. Fine. Now the final scores, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the contest, Ghana Communication Technology University had 40 points. Valley View University had 49 points. Congratulations to you, Valley View University. You've qualified to the semi-finals of the Southeast Zone competition. Congratulations once again. JCTU, unfortunately, the poor start affected you at the end. Yes. You tried to do a comeback, but it was too little too late for you. You didn't start well, and that affected you. You gave a very good account of yourself. I believe the initial tension and the stage fright affected you. But it is my honor to tell you that you've also qualified to the national championship. So you want to go back, work on your mistakes, and I'll see you at the round of 16. Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-final round, or the schools for the semi-final stage are set for this zone. We have 6 distinguished institutions who will be paired into 3 contests. That balloting will take place right after this contest. The 6 schools: the University of Ghana, defending champions; Pentecost University; Wisconsin International University College; Accra Technical University, Heritage Christian University, and Valley View University. Congratulations to all 6 schools. I'll see you at the semi-final stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very engaging and interesting contest. At the end of it all, both schools qualified to the national championship as 2 of the 8 representatives from this zone. But beyond that, Valley View University has qualified to continue their journey and becoming zonal champion. So I'll see them at the zonal semi-final stage. My special appreciation to every one of you who joined virtually as well as in studio, to the management of Wisconsin International University College for accepting to host us for this year, to the coaches for both schools for always supporting our contestants with brilliant ideas, emotional support, and sometimes even financial support. We appreciate what you do for us. To my production and technical team, led by my project lead Yvonne Ayi, supported ably by Stella, supported by my operations team lead, David Abel, Felix Tay, Alfred Akweje, Malik Haruna, Abubakar David, NSJC, and everybody who supported in any way to make this contest a success. It's been a pleasure coming your way once again. I'll see you at the semi-final stage. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Al Hassan Yusuf Traore, and I love academic violence. I'll see you. So the balloting will be carried out live online right away to know who the 6 schools will be competing with or against each other at the semi-final stage. So I'll see you at the balloting session. Bye-bye for now. We'll go for a very quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Ceremony of the giant trophy, which signifies that UGBS are 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys. It's not easy. Let a round of applause flow for our 2024 Tertiary Business Science Challenge champions, the University of Ghana Business School. There's going to be a presentation ceremony of the giant trophy, which signifies that UGBS are 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys. It's not easy. Let a round of applause flow for our 2024 Tertiary Business Science Challenge champions, the University of Ghana Business School. There's going to be a presentation ceremony of the giant trophy, which signifies that UGBS are 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys. It's not easy. Let a round of applause flow for our 2024 Tertiary Business Science Challenge champions, the University of Ghana Business School. There's going to be a presentation ceremony of the giant trophy, which signifies that UGBS are our 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys. It's not easy. Let a round of applause flow for our 2024 Tertiary Business Science Challenge champions, the University of Ghana Business School. There's going to be a presentation ceremony of the giant trophy, which signifies that UGBS are our 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
This means a lot. We are super excited. They've really shown professionalism.
Prove the experience and compliance.
Yes, that is correct.
Champions who have held the trophy for more than 365 days.
You said you used to test hypothesis.
T-test.
No, please.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys. It's not easy. Let a round of applause flow for our 2024 Tertiary Business Science Challenge champions, the University of Ghana Business School. There's going to be a presentation ceremony of the giant trophy, which signifies that UGBS are our 2024 champions. So let's welcome them with a hearty round of applause as they receive the trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you once again. This time it is for the balloting for the semi-final stage, Southeast Zone. 6 institutions have made it to this stage, and these 6 institutions will be balloted to decide on the 3 contests. 2 schools apiece. The 6 schools: the University of Ghana, Pentecost University, Wisconsin International University College, Accra Technical University, Heritage Christian University, and the Valley View University. These 6 schools, like I rightly indicated, will be balloted into 3 different contests, and they will face off at the semi-final stage. Who will you want to meet? Who would you rather not want to meet? Ladies and gentlemen, they're balloting. Now, to help me do this, I'm going to invite 2 very distinguished members of the team. The project lead, Yvonne Ai, and her assistant Stella will join me upstage from the graphic communications group. Yes. So ladies, you are welcome.
Thank you.
So in the balloting box that we have, is it box? Balloting container that we have the names of the 6 institutions, and we have 2 reps picking. So any 2 schools that they pick, she picks one, Stella also picks one. The 2 schools that will come out means we formed a contest. The schools that will come first represent the first semi-final contest. The second set will be the second semi-final contest, and then the third set will be the third semi-final contest. Please, are we clear with the rules? The schools gathered here. Heritage, are you okay? Yes. Valley View, are you in support? Yes. Of course, all the others. Pentecost University, Accra Technical University, University of Ghana, Wisconsin International University College. Here is your balloting. So we go straight into the first ballot pick. Please, you may shake as much as you can, and then you pick. Yes. So, Madam Yvonne, please pick one. Madam Stella, please pick one. And show it straight to the camera to see which is the first semi-final contest. Heritage Christian University coming up against Accra Technical University. Heritage Christian University coming up against Accra Technical University. Heritage told me they wanted to meet the University of Ghana. Unfortunately, University of Ghana has run away from them. All right, so the next set of ballots. Valley View University against Wisconsin International University College. Valley View University against the host institution, Wisconsin International University College. And of course, we know the third ballot. Please pick it up. The University of Ghana coming up against Pentecost University. Ladies and gentlemen, for our first semi-final contest between Heritage Christian University against the Accra Technical University, these are 2 institutions that have distinguished themselves in the competition. For Accra Technical University, they have made it once to the zonal final, and that year they came 3rd. Heritage Christian University College, Heritage Christian University, they are no longer University College. They have grown. My apologies for that. Yes. They have also made it once to the zonal final, if I'm right. Yes, that also they came 3rd. So this is a contest to decide on which of those 2 schools will move on to the final once again. It is going to be interesting. 2 equally matched teams. One of them will progress to the final. For our second matchup between Valley View University and Wisconsin International University College. For Valley View University, they just won their contest. They joined the TBSC in 2024. Last year, they failed to make it to the zonal final. They were stopped at the semi-final stage. Will they be second time lucky? Valley View University. We shall see. For Wisconsin University, International University College, they remain the only private university to have ever made it to the grand finale of the Tertiary Business Science Challenge in the maiden edition in 2019. They still have a lot in them. We'll see what they have on offer when they come up against Valley View at the semi-final stage. For our third semi-final contest, it is what you call the class of the round. It is going to be hot. 2 brilliant schools. Each will not have wanted to meet the other, but as fate will have it, they will have to meet. They met last year at the semi-final stage. They met last 2 years at a similar stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your destiny to meet again. This time, one of them will progress to the final. Will it be the Pentecost University or will it be the University of Ghana? Remember, the University of Ghana is 3-time zonal champion. Will they be booted out this time? Time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you at the semi-final stage. My name is Al Hassan Yusuf Traore. Bye-bye for now.
UCC can testify. I love them too. UCC can testify that today they saw maybe a higher UEW.
And so their responsibility is to check daily whether the goods they are producing conforms to standards.
Radio frequency identification.
Yes.